Officer Jake Carter had always believed in second chances. As a police officer in a small town, he had seen his fair share of hardship. He'd helped victims of abuse, rescued lost children, and even convinced a few troubled souls to turn their lives around. But nothing prepared him for the moment he met Max, a stray German shepherd found abandoned on the side of a busy highway, battered and barely breathing. Jake wasn't just a cop. He had a soft spot for animals, a trait his colleagues often teased him about. When the call came in about an injured dog lying motionless by the road, he didn't hesitate. He drove straight there, sirens off, pulling over beside the trembling figure. Max's ribs were visible beneath his matted fur, his breathing shallow. His brown eyes, dulled with exhaustion, flickered up at Jake. The moment their gazes met, something inside Jake shifted. This wasn't just another stray. This was a soul that had been abandoned, broken, and left for dead. At the local animal shelter, the veterinarian shook her head. He's malnourished, dehydrated, and badly injured. It'll take weeks of care, and, with our current capacity. She hesitated, unwilling to finish the sentence, but Jake knew what she meant. Max would likely be euthanized, not on his watch. "I'll take him," Jake said without hesitation. The shelter staff exchanged glances. "Officer Carter, are you sure?" Jake nodded. "I'm sure." That night, Jake filled out the adoption papers. He carried Max home, setting up a warm bed beside his own. For weeks, Max barely moved. He was fearful, hesitant to trust anyone. Jake gave him time, patience, and kindness. He fed him by hand when Max refused to eat, spoke to him in soft tones, and let him sleep undisturbed. Slowly, Max learned that not all humans were cruel. Day by day, he started responding to Jake's voice, his tail wagging ever so slightly when he was called. What Jake didn't know was that the dog he had just saved would soon return the favor by saving his life. Max became Jake's shadow. Whether it was a casual patrol in the neighborhood or a late-night emergency call, Max was always by his side. Though not an official police K-9, Max had a natural instinct for sensing danger. Jake often took Max on rides, letting him sit in the passenger seat as they drove through town. It became a routine, the two of them patrolling together. The town's residents quickly grew fond of the German shepherd, stopping to pet him and offer treats. One evening, a call came in about a possible break-in at an old warehouse on the outskirts of town. Jake figured it was another case of teenagers messing around. Still, he decided to take Max with him. A little company wouldn't hurt. As they stepped inside the dark building, Jake's instincts tingled. Something felt off. Max, usually calm and composed, stiffened beside him. His ears perked up, and a low growl rumbled from his throat. Jake reached for his radio. "Dispatch, I'm checking the warehouse now. Possible intruder." Then, bang! A gunshot echoed through the empty warehouse. Pain exploded through Jake's shoulder, and he dropped to the ground, his vision blurring. His gun skidded across the concrete floor, just out of reach. Jake lay on the cold concrete, gasping for breath. He could hear footsteps approaching. The suspect, whoever they were, was closing in. Then he heard a sound he would never forget. A deep, fierce snarl. Max lunged forward, a blur of muscle and fur. The gunman barely had time to react before Max clamped his powerful jaws around the man's arm, forcing him to drop the weapon. The intruder screamed, trying to shake the dog off, but Max wouldn't let go. Summoning the last bit of his strength, Jake reached for his radio and called for backup. "Officer down, shots fired, need immediate assistance." His voice was weak, but it was enough. Sirens filled the night air moments later, and officers stormed into the warehouse, arresting the suspect. But Jake only had eyes for Max. His brave dog lay next to him, whimpering. Blood stained his fur. Max had taken a bullet for him. The next few hours were a blur of flashing lights and sirens. At the hospital, doctors worked frantically to save Jake. Across town, veterinarians fought to save Max. Jake woke up groggy, his shoulder wrapped in bandages, but his first words weren't about himself. "Max, is he okay?" The doctor hesitated before smiling. "He's a fighter, just like you." It took weeks, but Max pulled through. When the day finally came for him to come home, the entire police department was there to welcome him back, a hero in his own right. Jake knelt beside Max, gently stroking his fur. "You saved my life, buddy. I owe you everything." Max didn't need words. He simply nuzzled against Jake's chest as if to say, "You saved me first." From that day on, Max wasn't just a rescue dog, he was family. The town hailed him as a hero, the department gave him an honorary police badge, and Jake made sure he never spent another night feeling unloved. The police department even arranged a special ceremony for Max, awarding him a medal for bravery. As Jake knelt beside him, slipping the medal onto Max's collar, the crowd erupted into cheers. But for Jake, the real reward was knowing that he and Max had been given a second chance at life. Years passed, and Max remained Jake's loyal companion. The once scared stray had become the heart of the town's police force, reminding everyone that love, trust, and courage could heal even the deepest wounds. Because sometimes the best partners don't wear badges. Sometimes they have 4 legs, a wagging tail, and a heart full of love.